Randall with KravMagaTraining.com, and in this video I'm going to discuss two little mistakes that are pretty common when it comes to delivering the palm heel strike, and I just want to make sure you guys are aware of it so you can avoid it. For the most part, the palm heel strike is pretty easy to learn. I don't really have a lot of problems showing it to my students, having them be able to perform it properly, as long as they already have good body mechanics and good technique for their straight punches. Because the palm strike is just an extension of that. You're just using a different part of your hand as a striking surface. So instead of hitting with your knuckles, you're hitting with the softer part of your hand in case you're hitting a harder part of their body, like you're hitting somebody in the back of the head. You don't want to hit them with your knuckles where you could potentially injure yourself. Or maybe you've already hurt your hands in the fight and you have to switch to palm strikes in order to keep fighting. Anyways, the two minor mistakes I see that are really common is one is the little details to the hand positioning, and two is making sure you're not telegraphing your palm strike, and I'll discuss that later. Let me discuss the proper hand positioning of the palm strike. Okay, regardless of whether you use this version or this version, I personally teach both in my classes because I think they're both useful. I don't really care about the angle. What I do care about is the hand positioning itself, and that most people have a bad habit of leaving their thumb sticking out like this. I don't like this for two reasons. One is if you miss and you catch your thumb on something, there's a good possibility you're going to injure it. So I prefer to take the knuckle on the thumb and bend that, and then tuck the thumb in next to the hand. This will do two things. One, obviously your thumb's not sticking out now, so it's less likely to get jammed. But two, when you tuck your thumb in and more importantly bend that knuckle on the thumb, you'll feel your whole hand tighten up and it'll become a lot stronger. So this is like the equivalent of making a tight fist, but with an open hand. It's like a good karate chop position. And then you just take that karate chop position and then just bend the wrist back and you'll feel real stable. Another little detail on the palm strike, I know some styles like to teach with the fingers bent like this, the theory being that you can hit the bad guy in the eyes with your fingertips, but I personally found it's not a very high percentage technique. The eyes are a small target. Granted, we do have a separate eye strike for that. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm all about hitting the eyes too, but I don't think the palm strike is the best tool for that particular job. I prefer to keep the hands open because I found if you curl your fingertips back, yeah, the hand feels strong, but there's a good chance your fingertips, if you miss, you're a little off, they're going to bounce off the person's forehead or their skull, and you're going to hurt your fingertips. To me, the palm strike is all about just hitting hard with the heel of the palm here or the side of here. I'm not really worried about eye gouge when I'm using palm strike, so I personally don't think that's a good option. I think there's a good chance you're going to hurt your fingers if you do this. So this is the correct hand position. Thumb bent. I like the fingers relatively straight, and of course the wrist bent. So make sure that those little details are being applied when you're delivering your palm strikes. The second thing is beginners tend to telegraph their palm strike, and this is what I mean is they're in their fighting stance, and the Krav Maga fighting stance, your hands are supposed to be relaxed. Your relaxed position will kind of look like this. It's not a fist, but it's not completely open. They're just kind of naturally cupped like this. What beginners do is once they figure out the correct hand position with the palm strike, is then they just tend to stay this way, and they get their fighting stance, so right before they hit the target, they're like this. Well, you're kind of telegraphing what you're going to do. The bad guy obviously knows, oh, here comes the palm strike. So instead, what you want to do is keep your hands relaxed, and then as you deliver the palm heel strike on impact, boom, that's when your hand locks out into that position that I just discussed with you. Boom, that's when it locks into place. Not only do you telegraph, but it keeps your body more relaxed, and when your body's more relaxed when it's delivering strikes, you'll tend to be faster. You only tighten up your body right on impact, whether it's a palm strike, a punch, a kick, or anything else for that matter. You do that, you won't fatigue as early, you'll be a lot quicker. So I'll demonstrate on the bag what I'm referring to. This is what beginners do. And they just keep that position the whole time. Instead, relax your hands. As it goes out, that's when it tightens up to that hand position. Relaxed, relaxed, tighten it up. So notice how my hands are loose, but then as I deliver the strike, that's when it tightens up. Alright? So that's the proper way to do it, so you're not telegraphing what you're doing, and you'll work a lot more efficiently. A good drill to force you to relax your hands is to mix up your palm strikes with your regular straight punches. So you start with your hands in this neutral position, this relaxed position, and then as you deliver those strikes, then you lock it out into the appropriate position. So if I'm punching, it locks out into my fist as I'm striking. If I'm doing a palm strike, it locks out into my palm strike position as I'm doing it. So this is what I mean, when you're practicing on your pads, practice like that. Mix up your straight punches with your palm strikes. So that's a good drill to keep your hands a little bit more relaxed and neutral. So those are my two minor tips for delivering your palm strike a little bit better. Like I said earlier, I don't found the palm strike to be a major issue for most students, but these two little tips will just kind of help you perfect